Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm the Game Bastard Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey having fun doing podcasts.
And I'm Austin.
It throws you off, is what
It does. It always. I think I feel like my intros are always lame because I'm following whatever bullshit Corey's on.
Huh, funny you feel that way.
We'll follow this because we're Klingoning today.
We've had some meetings
Yeah.
About Klingoning?
about Austin's attitude.
Oh,
Batitude, as I call it.
yeah. Like a Klingon attitude.
He drinks bourbon out of a coffee mug.
Well, that's all y'all left me.
Oh.
I'm not going to not drink.
Well, you're youngest.
There are more glasses under the sink.
You guys act like there has to be a specific vessel.
I wrote your name on one.
Yeah, but it was a sippy cup.
We learned how to drink bourbon at Barrel and Bond.
That's right.
100 Broadway Street in downtown Paducah.
Right there on the banks of the Ohio River, where there are no Klingons.
Thanks for listening.
There are plenty of people who will cling on to you if you hang around the riverfront long enough, but
So, Todd, who are you playing today?
I am playing Dr. Zadar, the science officer. He is a Klingon, however, he really likes humans, so he has a vocoder that is strapped to his neck to make him sound more human, so he doesn't sound like this. Angry Klingon.
Fair enough. Corey?
Playing Bran'don. He's a young man trying to make his way, going through puberty. Mm-hmm. But he's already big. Klingons do that. They get big first, and then their brain catches up. Which is much like human men.
Yeah.
It just takes us 45 years.
Yeah, they do it by age 8.
Right.
Austin?
Yeah, Momo Vorstock, the captain of the ship, who comes from an artistic background and is pretty optimistic. He's like the Ted Lasso of space.
What is Klingon art?
Kyle? It's messy.
Picture Jackson Pollock, but with blood.
And angry.
Okay.
But every now and then with a happy little bush.
That makes sense.
Oh.
And our ship is called the Raj.
Which means the space bird in Klingon.
In some circles.
Allegedly.
Right.
It's a completely fictitious language. I don't care what the actual translation is. So when last we left our Klingons, the crew of the Raj has just figured out how to warp through the chronoton radiation in the Barkoth Reach to make it to the center, to the Oracle.
Yeah, we're looking for Glorithar, the Oracle.
Indeed you are, Austin.
And we're approaching the planet at the center?
Well, it's not a planet. It's what you see is a hollowed out asteroid.
Oh, I see.
Yes, an outpost built into this sturdy artificial structure. You can see on your view screen from some sort of magnified camera. You can see several structures, communication towers, docking ports. You can also see hydroponic gardens under their outbuildings. And of course, this is all on one large asteroid at the center of the Barkoth Reach, which your ship is now in close proximity to. You do not see any other ships or defenses or anything of that nature.
So did we establish that, is he alone on this planet, or is there other people there, or we don't know?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, if he's alone, we go straight to the hydroponic gardens, because when you're alone and isolated and trying to keep your brain busy, you walk amongst the plants and touch them gently.
Yeah, I've seen Silent Running.
Yeah.
So your overall task is to make contact with the Oracle and have your fortune told, I suppose.
Okay.
It is a great mark of honor for Klingon warriors who could achieve this. Few can.
And I would imagine Zadar would be very into this, being a horoscope guy.
Absolutely.
All right, party people. So who wants to gather up and send a mini vessel down to the asteroid?
Not it!
Well, you're going.
Oh.
What about you, Zadar? You want to get up close and personal with this Oracle?
Up your butt.
Absolutely. I want to meet the Oracle and find out what the future holds, because science!
So Lieutenant Davo, the Federation officer, the Andorian, says, "Sir, who will be in charge of the ship while you're gone? I volunteer."
Well, I said Corey had to go, but honestly, he's the first mate, isn't he?
This is true.
Let me encourage you to take all of the player characters to the place where the adventure is.
Yeah, Davo, you just take the wheel for a little while, and we're going to get in this Roman vessel and skedaddle on down to the asteroid.
Yeah, while you're at it, why don't you just sit and spin? And he's like flipping two birds.
Lieutenant Davo just ignores you and Just sits in the captain's chair. Oh, I like the sound of this Klingon leather.
Yeah, it's very rough, but you get used to it.
Meanwhile, Sergeant Herc comes out of the turbolift. Sir,
Yeah.
the teleporter is ready.
Oh, we get to teleport down there.
This is Star Trek.
Damn.
I want shuttlecraft.
Yeah, I'm so used to going down in shuttlecraft because the teleporter doesn't work
I want shuttlecraft.
for whatever plot-based reason.
Shuttlecraft.
Now we're teleporting. Let's go.
This way.
All right, so I assume we're taking all three of us and a few red shirts.
Sure, yeah, as many as you want. We can just say you take some, Klingon red shirts, a couple.
Okay.
So 2 Klingon warriors will accompany you to the surface. You call them the Chris's.
Oh.
But they spell it K''RIS.
I see.
They are battle-hardened Klingon warriors wearing vaguely reddish uniforms.
Oh.
Of course.
We will die for honor. And they salute the captain before they get on the teleporter
Yeah,
pad with you.
probably. Let's go.
Do we have any idea where the Oracle is?
No.
Can we science that out?
Well, I mean, I guess you could scan the station or whatever.
I'm going to turn on my Find My Oracle app.
Yeah. No, you don't know where the Oracle is.
Okay.
I'd have to imagine that it was probably the most polite to teleport down into the docking port where people would at least be expecting visitors. Am I right?
Are you asking me as a GM or Sergeant Herc as an expert Klingon teleporter
Sergeant
operator?
Herc, of course.
Yes, Captain. Though if we wish to take the Oracle's head, perhaps you should go into the hydroponic bay and cover yourself in vegetative dressing that can mask your smell.
Well, I don't know if we're strictly on a mission to kill her. We're just supposed to find her, you know?
Yes, docking bay. Sounds great.
All right, so here we go.
We can ding-dong ditch him.
So what are you guys taking down to the surface with you?
Guns. Mm-hmm. A batleth.
Nice.
I will be taking my dagger and my disruptor, along with my communicator and tricorder.
And I have my invented navigator.
Now, I believe the Klingon batleth is a combination of a baseball bat and a sword, right? It's just a sword sticking out of a baseball bat. Is that correct, Corey?
How the fuck should I know?
Well, you knew the word.
Yeah, because you told me last time and I wrote it down.
Oh. Kudos to me. No, seriously. I think it's like a big curvy sword or something.
Yeah, if I remember the way like Worf fought people, he had a two-handed like blade.
Yes, I only remember Worf using
Yeah, I
it.
don't think it was bat-like. Unless you're describing the wings of a flying rodent.
Oh, I guess it could be.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
that's where
bat-like.
they get the name. Yeah.
Good job, Kyle.
Yeah.
We got there.
Put it all together.
Yeah.
Baseball bat. Got it.
Oh no, there's guano all over me.
And Kyle, by Momo's reasoning, if they're meeting with the Oracle, it's possible that they may have to give some sort of offering in order to get this Oracle to speak with us. So Momo runs back to his quarters and gets his most precious lava lamp.
Okay.
And we're going to take it with us.
It's Klingon, so it's actual lava.
Right.
It is.
Well, here's one thing we need to think about.
Yeah.
Is Momo spelled with an X? Is it M-E?
MOUX.
He's
something.
he's a French Klingon.
Right.
MEAUX.
He's from Quebec. Come on.
Hang on. It's MEAUXMO.
Oh, he's Louisiana and like Cajun type.
Yeah, it's half and half.
Yeah.
Right now, some Frenchman is just cutting himself. All right, teleporting.
I don't know that we ever teleported in the last. I think we
didn't.
always used. Wait, we have to roll for this?
Herc is going to roll.
Oh,
He's
no.
the teleporter operator.
This is why I was going to take a spacecraft. I was just so used to the teleporter being broken or otherwise unmagnetized.
If you had tried, he was going to teleport you out of that down to the surface. He's very passionate about his job. So this is difficulty 3 because of all the chronotron radiation.
Let's just take the goddamn shuttle. I've got my learner's permit.
It's a 17 and a 15.
Good Lord, what was your crit range on that?
Difficulty 3, so he nailed it.
Fucking.
So you guys appear in the docking chamber, and it seems very odd. Like everything is strange with height, and then you realize, we're up in the air. And all 5 of you fall down to the deck. You take 3 stress damage.
Yeah.
Damn.
Slamming hard into the steel plating. Ah! The Chris's cry out.
Oh no, my lava lamp.
Yeah, Austin, you're definitely going to have to see if you can hold on to the lava lamp to keep it from shattering.
Okay. I'm going to use my control and command.
Command? Are you going to tell the lava lamp what to do?
It's my command over my own body.
Oh, that's a stretch. I'll allow it. But if you fail, the lava's on you.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
Just one.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to beat a 13. There's a 5 and 11. So give me a momentum, fucker.
So you manage to retain control of the lava lamp as you fall. It doesn't shatter.
Oh, thank God. This would have burned straight through the fucking asteroid.
So you guys pick yourselves up, dust yourselves off, find yourself in a docking chamber. There's a huge entrance bay that's open to space. Of course, there's that, Star Trek shielding that you can go through, but keeps out the space, or I guess keeps in the atmosphere more correctly. Everything is covered in dust. As Klingons, you would recognize that all the lights here are in low power mode. It's very dark. There's just kind of soft red lights in a few places. It doesn't look like the docking bay has been used at some time.
So it looks like the interior of a Klingon bird of prey.
Yes, but somehow darker.
Yeah, okay.
Like 9% more dark.
Guys, I'm not going to lie. I know I'm the captain, but this is giving off some very heavy, everyone's in cryo sleep vibes.
Holy crap, this is a Pokestop.
Come on, we must find... Oh, fuck! The teleportation and the subsequent fall has shorted out my vocorder.
That's okay. I bet we can find some parts to repair it later.
Ha! Klingon words, the Chris's say. What would you guys like to do?
I guess knock.
Okay. You knock on the door leading out of the docking bay?
I guess into the facility?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the secret Klingon knock. So we actually don't knock.
They headbutt.
We kick and slap.
It sounds like you're bashing down the door, but that's how they knock.
If we really wanted to, we could. But
Sure.
we're not.
Yeah.
So that's how you know somebody's coming over. Like when Klingons go to each other's houses, it sounds like the cops are there, but it's just your friend.
I'm learning so much about a new culture.
Yeah, it's nice.
So you do the Klingon knock, which all Klingons know.
Also a popular song in the 2160s from do the Klingon knock, dooba-dooba-doo, do the Klingon knock.
And if you think you're a real Star Trek fan and you haven't heard of the Klingon knock, then
Yeah, get out of here.
are you really?
Read a book.
Idiot.
And there's a long delay, but then you clearly hear the sounds of someone approaching from the other side. And then the door opens, and you see a squat, porcine creature with spikes emerging from its back. It's hairy, it's got tusks, and you, of course, all recognize it as a dangerous targ. And it attacks immediately.
Wait, are you the Oracle?
Captain, this is not the Oracle.
Fan out and fight it.
So the way combat works is the players get to go first unless there's a significant reason why they wouldn't, which I don't think there is here. You're all veteran Klingon warriors, prepared for battle at the drop of a hat.
I'm not a veteran.
4 of you are veteran Klingon warriors. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first in order to try to give an assist to someone to use Follow My Lead.
Oh, okay.
So on Follow My Lead, after a success, I can spend a point of determination to assist somebody using my presence and command. So I'm going to make an attack first, just drawing my disruptor and firing.
All right.
Now that's going to be control and security.
Yes, it's control plus security. The default difficulty is 2.
Okay. 9 plus 3, so that's a 12. I do have a focus of disruptors, so that's going to bring my crit range all the way up to my security level, which is 3. That's a 16, but there's a 3, so 2 successes.
Your disruptor flares. The beast squeals. Roll your challenge dice. See how much damage you do.
All right, the disruptor does 3 challenge dice damage. That's a 4 and 2 6s, so 2 damage with 2 effects.
So the disruptor pistol is 3 challenge dice and just vicious 1.
Okay, so then that does just an extra point of damage for every effect, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so then I'll just take the vicious effect and do a total of 4 damage points. And because that was a successful action, I'm going to go ahead and roll my presence and command and see if I can lend assistance to whoever goes next. Presence is a 10, command is 4, so I'm trying to beat a 14. And that's a 19, so no.
Austin, as your disruptor scrapes across the hide of this targ, it shrieks in porcine fury and charges across the open ground towards you. So this is going to be a melee attack, which it's going to use its daring and security, and you have to roll your daring security to evade.
Okay.
If you wish, you could just stand there and get trampled.
Cool. Daring and security is a total of 12. This is a full action, 2d20.
Yes.
Okay. 2 10s, so 2 successes.
2 successes. That's pretty good. It only got 1, so you were able to leap out of the way. Now, on a melee combat, if you are on the opposing end and you win, you can inflict stress on the target.
All right, so do we want to call that just kind of a parry move and I try and get another shot at it?
No, you do your melee damage, whatever that would be, if you have a melee weapon or something. Or otherwise, you could just kick it.
We all have a dagger for sure.
Yeah. As Klingons, we have bonus damage of 2 effect die. All of us should.
I accept this.
So yeah, Captain Momo gets a disruptor blast shot off, and as the thing charges at him, he kind of rolls out of the way, and as he does, he draws his Daytog dagger.
Yes, I believe so.
Daytona dagger. He got he got it on spring break.
Someone lent it to him from the Fiat.
He flashed his tit ridges.
It does a default 1 challenge die. Though
The
if you
dagger
have-
does?
Yeah, but if your strength or what have you.
Okay, well that brings it
modify
down to 3 with my bonus damage.
By the way, head to bandcamp.com and check out my new band Tit Ridges. It's terrible.
Yeah. And the dagger is also vicious 1.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to guess all Klingon weapons are vicious.
Probably.
Okay.
There's another 4 and 2 6s, so another total of 4 damage.
We're going to come across some weapon that's just downright neighborly. It's going to be a...
All right, which of you would like to go next?
I have a question.
Yes.
As the science officer, would it be reasonable to assume that I have some sort of pathogen or bioweapon that I could, because I have a focus in bioweapons. Let's say that the disruptor that I have fires poisonous things.
Yeah.
Poisonous phaser rays.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
I'm fine with
I
that.
dipped the phaser in a biological weapon.
It's a leprosy beam.
Todd's got a cancer
Take
gun.
that, yeah.
I'm sure they do cause cancer. It's some sort of high intensity energy beam. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it will coincidentally do the same damage as a regular disruptor, but you have that.
Yes, same damage, but it somehow hurts more.
It hurts more. It
Well,
makes
and that'll
them,
at least get your focus range up.
Yeah, exactly.
it makes them stink a little.
Yeah. Have you ever smelled a leper, Kyle?
No,
It's not good.
I assumed it's bad.
Todd got close enough to smell him once. That's why he didn't have a nose.
Head over to the old armadillo farm up the street.
Right next to Barrel and Bond.
Yeah.
Old man Ricky, who runs that place, is wrapped in dirty towels.
Old man Ricky's.
Is that what lepers do? Yep. Just wrap themselves in dirty towels.
Yeah.
I mean, in the Bible.
Yeah.
That keeps the parts on. All right, roll your leprosy gun.
Leprosy gun. Here we go.
Gotta say, Jesus did not do a good job with stamping out leprosy.
He cured it for that one guy. You
I know.
would think he could do it for everybody.
He was the RFK Jr. of his time.
Yeah.
Just
Well, the dude
terrible,
already had to grab his robe in a crowded town.
terrible health care.
I mean, it's okay. We invented antibiotics,
Yeah.
so
And,
Where was Luigi Mangione?
and weaponized religion.
yeah,
Jesus, big fan of raw milk.
probably.
Right off the ridge tip. Yep.
All right, Todd. It's difficulty 2.
My control is 8. My security is 3. So that is going to be a target number of 11. Plus, I have a focus in bioweapons.
So that increases your crit range.
Yes. Well, that's a 16 and a 12.
A foul-smelling disruptor beam cuts across the docking bay. Everyone covers their noses. The Targ laughs. And then I'm going to spend some thread over here. There's a great sound of trampling feet and more porcine squealing as 2 more Targs charge into the room. One of them looks straight at the young whippersnapper. Charges. Corey, this is going to be its daring plus security against yours.
Okay, so I need to roll.
Yes, to defend yourself.
Well, I'm not really into it tonight, but I'll do it.
Okay.
My daring is 9, my security's 5, so I'm looking at a 14 here.
Cool.
Got a 16 and a 1, so 2 successes.
I got 2 6s. 2 successes.
Pretty sure players win ties in this, in the Star Trek way.
So in an opposed check, there's an active character and a defending character. And the rules say that in a tie, the active character wins.
I wouldn't call that a character. It's a pig monster, right?
Well, first off, his name is Jason.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a soul. He's not going to pig heaven. There's no such thing. I've read books.
Second, he's not a pig, he's a targ. And there's a targ heaven.
Oh, okay.
It's called Pasadena.
Very pious creatures, are they?
They're coming from Mass. You see a little rosary around his tusk.
They've got a smudge of coal on their forehead.
Yeah.
It's targ-lint.
They don't have to be pious, Corey. This is actual heaven where you don't have to earn it.
Oh, okay.
It's got a paw full of chick tracks.
So the targ slams into Bran'don, knocks him to the ground.
Oh, up your butt, man.
You take 2 damage.
Okay.
Do you have any resistances from armor or anything?
Yeah, just tell me what that is. I forgot to write it down, but I remember in character creation that we can't access right now. It was great.
It would be the same as whatever your fellow players have, so I'm sure Austin writes it down.
What is that?
None of us wrote it down.
35?
You sons of bitches.
You literally just said, you're Klingons, you have armor.
Yes.
Yeah. Armored head to toe.
I believe we all have a uniform with a resistance of 1. That's what I have written
Okay,
down.
cool.
That's just the science department. That's real
Us warriors.
That's real Klingons.
Thank you, Todd. I knew I gave you guys the resistance level.
So we got soak 1 then.
Basically. So, Corey, you only take 1 damage.
Okay.
I have a question, Kyle. Is the attack by the targ, is it a lethal attack?
Yes.
Okay. So we can't use our Brock Lull because that gives us resistance against non-lethal attacks.
Oh, I see. Yes, it is a lethal attack.
Damn it.
Good question, though. Todd is my favorite right now.
Thank you, Kyle.
But now it is a PC turn, so Corey, if you would wish to retaliate against this beast that so callously attacked you.
Yeah, Bran'don's pissed off about that. He didn't want to do anything today.
I get it.
Yeah.
He's like, cling off.
He's going to... This is close range, obviously. They're on top of each other. He's going to use his batleth.
There you go.
So I'm going to use my talent to battle, and I'm going to give you a threat, Kyle.
Okay. Oh.
Whenever you buy an additional dice for a melee attack using threat, for each threat you added to the Game Master's pool, you gain 1 bonus momentum, which may only be spent on bonus damage. Increase the damage of the attack by 1 per momentum spent. Bonus momentum may not be saved. So I've got to use it on damage no matter what.
You essentially can just get bonus damage if you're successful.
Yep. And so that gives me 3 die. Kyle's got a threat. Everybody's happy. I'm glad we play games together.
This is friendship.
I would be having a bad time by myself right now, just going
Yeah.
stupid, trying to do the Todd voice and the whatever Austin's doing over there. So I think one of my focuses, okay, I'm smacking you, which is my focus in violence,
Yes.
applies here.
Yeah.
So my control is a 10, my security is a 5, so that's 15.
Yep.
I did roll a 20. I want to say that. So
Okay.
I do have 1 failure here.
I'm just going to take a threat.
Okay. And he got a 3 and a 4, so 4 successes.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Okay. Do you want to dump all of the extras? I only rolled 1 success on his defense, so you have 3 extra. Do you just want to put all those in damage?
So I've got 1 coming from my 2 battle skill and 3 extra successes.
And you can turn those all into extra damage dice if you wanted.
I'm going to tear this thing the fuck up. It's all going to damage.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so right now you should be at 9d6.
Okay. Is the what is the batleth on its
3.
own? Okay.
Then you have your physical bonus to
okay.
melee damage.
Oh, it's right. I get +2.
And then the 1 from your talent, and then 3 from your momentum.
Okay.
Now remember, this is the one with the rosary around its tusk, so it's the Catholic one.
Okay. So remind me damage. It's 1 and 2 are equal to
1 and 2.
their number.
Yep.
3 and 4 are nothing. 5 and 6 are 1 plus the effect.
Correct.
Which is vicious, I'm
Vicious.
sure. I got a 1 and a 2, so that's 3. And then I got 2 5s and a 6. So 3 more damage plus 3 effects, which is vicious. So 3 effects and 3 damage from the 1 and the 2. So total of 9 damage.
9 damage in 1 hit.
Yep.
Bran'don strikes with the batleth, stabbing into its porcine head. It does not die, but it is greatly wounded. It is staggering. Great gobs of blood are spilling from the wound.
Well, Bran'don has started to peel him like a tater
Yeah.
in a KP capacity. I'm going to Julianne you. Butthole.
The third targ, the one, we'll differentiate these. You know, there's the normal one fighting Austin, the one with the rosary fighting Corey, and the other one that comes charging in to try to trample Todd is wearing MC Hammer pants.
Okay, yeah.
Please, Hammer, don't hurt him.
But said by a pig monster. So, Todd, this is daring plus security. It's melee versus melee. It's coming at you.
All right.
And I've got all these thread over here. I'm just going to spend a couple and get some extra dice.
That's why I pray.
So, Todd, roll your daring plus security to defend yourself.
All right, my daring is 9, my security is 3. So we're looking at a target number 12.
One moment, if I may.
Oh, no.
How do you guys really feel about this show? I don't think it's going well. No, but seriously, I've got a talent called Close Protection.
Oh!
When you make a successful attack, which I just did, you
Yeah.
may spend 1 momentum to protect a single ally within close range.
Well, I don't care for this.
The next attack against that ally before the start of your next turn increases the difficulty by 1.
Ooh, okay. So Todd would automatically have...
+1 to the difficulty against him.
Yeah, okay.
You can't touch this.
That's quite the boon.
Okay, so I'm rolling my daring and my security.
Yes, sir.
It's target number 12.
Get off my pediatrician.
Well, one's a 19, but the other one is a 2. So 1 success.
So with Corey's help, you have 2 successes. So defense 2. I rolled 4 successes.
Jesus.
Kyle knew this the entire time Corey went through that.
Well, it's still useful because that would be a momentum I could turn into damage that I can't now.
Ah, that's true.
So it's regrettable. I am going to turn the other 2 into damage. That is 4 stress, Todd, and knockdown. You are knocked down. The targ is above you, squealing and lashing at you, trying to smash through your tough Klingon armor. You do have resistance 1, so that's only 3 damage you would actually take.
I'm just picturing these pig monsters like the I Think You Should Leave pig with the Nixon mask on.
Oh my god.
Except they've got Ricardo Montalban as Khan.
I was actually picturing like feral Ugnaughts.
Well, I would hate that.
So, top of the new round. So, always a PC goes first.
And top of the new round to you.
Yes. The traditional greeting in Klingon Ireland.
You guys can't see this, but I doffed my cap.
I did.
Who would like to go first?
Captain Momo's going to take a look around. So he's evaded the targ that was attacking him.
Wait, is that Catholic Targ or Hammer Targ or?
It's normal Targ.
It's the first targ.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one is badly injured.
That one's vanilla targ. So he's at a safe distance.
Oh.
Momo's going to look around. This is a docking area.
It is.
Are there any perilously hanging crates of equipment being suspended by abandoned cranes or anything around?
I would say if you wanted to spend 2 momentum to create a new truth, there could be.
We've just got 3 momentum. I was kind of looking for a way to help Todd out while I was fighting my dude, but...
Well, I would say anything hanging by chains might potentially be an area effect attack.
So, I'll spend 2 momentum for that.
All right. Yes, so directly above where you're all fighting, there's a number of barrels that are lashed together by Klingon chains.
Wait, what is a Klingon chain?
It's
Is that
like a
ridges?
human chain, but it has more edges.
Oh, I see.
Because Klingon.
Barbed wire.
Yes.
Is what you're describing.
Yeah.
It's a chain made of throwing stars.
Klingon dock workers hate their jobs.
They're shuriken.
So, before that targ can get turned around to attack, Captain Momo's going to leap backward and fire his disruptor up at the chain and try to cut the load and bring it crashing down on all of the attacking beasts.
All right. You're firing at a unmoving, inanimate object, so it's just going to be difficulty 1.
Okay? That's going to be control and security.
I do got to say, I'm currently melee engaged with one of these, so I'm probably going to have to make some kind of evasive move here.
Well, that's okay. You've been mouthy the whole time we're here, so...
It's my birthday.
Corey, I said it would be an area of effect attack. I didn't say against whom.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm trying to beat a 12. There's a 16 and a 3. So 1 success.
That's all you needed. So you fire the disruptor. These huge barrels come crashing down. Todd, Corey, if you would like to evade the crashing barrels, now would be the time. I think this will be fitness plus security.
Okay, I've got a 10 in fitness and a 5 in security.
Well, I have an 8 in fitness and only a 3 in security, but I have a 4 in science. So could Zadar do like geometry in his head and like figure out the best way to roll out of the way?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Austin, this will do 10d6 damage
Oh, okay.
against all targets.
Plus my 2 bonus damage.
Yep. Corey, Todd, you guys roll first before we see what nightmare Austin unleashes.
Okay.
My target number is a 12.
Well, got another 20 there.
Cool. I'll take a threat.
Also a 1.
Good.
And a 13. So 3 successes and a critical failure.
Okay, so you only need 2, so you can bank momentum, Corey.
He left his Game Boy behind and destroyed.
He's going to pout the whole way back.
Now it's my DS.
I rolled a 10 and a 7, so 2 successes.
That's exactly what you needed. So you won't be, neither of you will be affected by this falling debris.
Okay.
All right, so I'm rolling 12d6. All right, I only had to put away 4 dice.
Oh,
That's 3 damage and 6 effect dice. So, are there any effects applied to this debris?
Mush.
well, they're covered in Klingon chains, so vicious.
Okay. So then that doubles the effect die to be 12 all by itself, plus the 3, so a total of 15 damage.
This long ago leveraged load hanging there from the ceiling for who knows how many years, for some reason, put there by some forgotten Klingon engineer, then left, locked in here, likely waiting the right time to destroy a group of vicious targs. Momo's blast brings them tumbling down. Crates and barrels just explode in shrapnel, because that's how Klingons built their boxes. The targs are annihilated.
Gentlemen, we are too legit to quit.
Greasy chunks of red gore are sent careening across the docking bay. The Chris's are also killed.
Aw. Thank you to Patreon members Chris's.
All right, well, I saved the lava lamp, so now let's find this oracle.
So the door opened to allow the targs
Yes.
our way, right? Okay.
Yes, so you can see a corridor extending to a sealed botanical garden, it looks like. You can see green things growing, gentle breeze blowing in. So I assume you guys are going to begin searching the facility for the oracle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now that it's just the 3 of us, I think we should split up.
Oh, wait. I did write down resistance win for my uniform. Guys,
Hey,
Tell you what.
just found that.
hey, Corey,
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah. Can we be co-favorites now?
I didn't write down shit.
As long as Austin's in third, I don't care.
Well, Austin is usually my favorite, because Austin usually does the reading.
and rolls poorly.
That's true.
Yeah, well,
Except for tonight.
Yeah, pretty well tonight. So you guys begin exploring this base, this isolated facility. And soon enough, you see, after you search through one of these domed gardens, open to space, there's clearly someone tending this area.
I knew it.
But through a corridor, you could see what looks like a Klingon temple carved into the side of the asteroid. Most likely the hiding place of the Oracle, given its religious significance. So as you move down the corridor, you pass through a large chamber on your way to the temple, full of machines, scientific equipment. Todd, roll your reason plus engineering.
All right, my reason is 11. My engineering is 2, so that's a target number 13. Rolled a 12 and a 15, so 1 success.
You have no idea what any of this does.
God damn it.
It's for science.
I am sorry, fellow Klingons.
So you enter the temple. The smell of burning incense hangs heavy in the air at the heart of the outpost. Banners emblazoned with ancient Klingon symbols cover the walls, and candles flicker amid the gloom, faintly illuminating a pair of dozing targs held in place by heavy leashes in the corner of the room. The bent form of an elderly Klingon woman sits silently in the center of the temple. A batleth and mechleth, both finely crafted, rest near her feet. She appears to be in deep meditation, her shoulders rising and falling slowly with her breathing. She makes no other movement, though she is old, so she could just be asleep.
Hey, lady!
The Targs leap up and start barking like dogs that you just awoke from a nap by closing a car door.
Captain Momo holds out his hand and says, "Wait, I got an idea." So Captain Momo actually has a focus in meditation.
Oh.
And so as a way of uniquely greeting this oracle, he's going to sit crisscross applesauce across from her and meditate as well.
Roll your meditation.
Okay? I'm going to call that presence and command.
I believe so.
Okay? So that's going to be a target number 14. And I have a focus in meditation, so that's going to bring my crit range up to 4. Rolled an 11 and a 1.
Ooh,
so
wow.
that's 3 successes.
So Momo and this woman sit silently for a long time. Eventually the Targs that are leashed get tired of barking and start trying to get close enough to Bran'don and Zadar to smell them.
Real quick, before we continue with this fucking game,
Yeah.
is it too late? Have we sent T-shirt orders out yet, or can we change Momo?
That's a fair question.
I don't want to disappoint the hordes
Yeah.
fans,
Yeah.
the Momo bros out there.
To get it incorrectly spelled. No, you're very right.
Right.
It has to be Mumo.
They went out before we had the French spelling. So we fucked up. Yeah. So let's change it.
We're going to call it a regional difference, and that'll make the shirts worth more.
Oh yeah.
So after a long while, the Oracle opens her eyes and looks at Momo. And she says, "The temporal anomalies in my asteroid field tested your wits, and the Targs tested your mettle, and you have proven yourselves worthy. Welcome to my temple. Yet you will be the last to receive the blessings of Glorithar, the Oracle of the Barkoth Reach, for my song is nearly complete. Why have you come to see me?"
Well, to be honest, Miss Ma'am, we were told to come find you. We just wanted to hear what wisdom you had to pass on. I got a lava lamp, if you want that.
Thank you for the gift of the lava lamp. You can place it in the back room with the others. Everyone brings a lava lamp. I don't understand. What knowledge do you seek, young warrior?
Momo gestures to Zadar. We have a gifted scientist on board our vessel. Is there a great mystery of science you can send us on, or that you can tell us about, that my buddy Zadar here could get excited about?
I already have a question. Can you look into the future and see a time when Vulcans do not exist?
Yes.
Will I ever see this time?
No.
God damn it.
And she looks at the other two of you. What do you seek, Captain Momo?
Well, right now I seek another lava lamp since I gave you mine, but I guess if I was thinking more big picture, I'd have to say I seek a way to be a better captain for the different personalities on my ship. See, we're trying to get Klingons and Federations, and he goes into this long-ass explanation.
So she lets him talk, and eventually he runs out of words, and she says, "Sacrifice for the good of the Empire is the greatest attainment. You must sacrifice for the good of the Empire and this Federation."
I mean, I already gave you my lava lamp. That's like the biggest sacrifice I've ever made up to this point.
That's not, I don't mean to me. You might have to, I'm going to have a pamphlet you can take.
Okay, I'll read up on it.
Yeah, it's in Klingon. It says, "Sacrifice and you." And then she looks at Bran'don. "You youngest one."
So Bran'don's a warrior, but his main background is in diplomacy.
Okay.
But when shit isn't going his way, diplomacy over is basically his whole thing.
Well, he's a Klingon.
Yeah.
I just really want to continue this peace mission and get it done with. Whatever we got to do to stop. I just want to stop. I would go home.
She hands you a pamphlet on sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
What are we supposed to sacrifice, lady?
Yourselves, others.
Look, I've played plenty of these types of games. What do I need to roll?
But my advice now is at an end. The doom approaches.
Wait, the Doom?
And you get a call on your communicators. They do like some Klingon beep, probably.
No, it's more like,
And it's Lieutenant Davo. "Sir, there are multiple Klingon birds of prey.
Which, sir, we all outrank you, butthead.
The captain. Multiple Klingon birds of prey. Sir, they're not emerging from warp. They are coming out of some temporal maelstrom. They're all showing signs of, these are very old ships. They must have been trapped here by the chronotron radiation for decades.
Okay, just shoot them.
Should fire on the other ships of the Empire?
No, don't shoot at any of the other ships until we get back up there. Maybe we can establish communications with them. In fact, you go ahead and try that while we make our way back to the ship.
Yes, sir. So that goes off. You turn, and there's a glow of teleportation beams in front of you, and 5 Klingon warriors appear. One of them tall and proud in archaic splendor with his flat, almost human forehead.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
What?
The Oracle stands and hoists her batlets and says, General Pabruva, we meet again. And Pabruva says, I'm an old Klingon, and you're going to die. Nemesis.
I see.
And we'll end there.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pabruva, Patreon member.
Yeah. You're a Klingon general.
Nice.
One of the old, bad, original generation.
Yeah.
Money well spent.
Yeah. I used to hang out at a bourbon bar in Pabruva, Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, it's Kentucky, so it's not pronounced like the original European city.
Right. So, also, we talked about this on the session 0, but Kyle, will you go into the long, storied history of the foreheads of Klingons?
Well, so obviously in the original series, Klingons were guys with darker hair and pointed ears. It was the 60s. They didn't have a lot of money for costumes. And then we get Worf in Next Generation. So there is some actual in-universe explanation for this. And I guess it's that there was some sort of plague on the Klingons, and the more human-looking ones were diseased.
Leprosy.
Yeah, it was Klingon leprosy.
Their foreheads fell off. Got it.
Well, Klingons, we've already established when you got that head ridge, you've just got a compulsion to rub it against things. It's like a cat, you know. Like,
yeah.
So they saw an armadillo.
Yeah.
And just started rubbing up against it like a fucking lamppost.
And it made them into the evil, flatheads.
Right.
Because I think it does say something about like they were more diabolical, which they were definitely more the bad guy in the original series.
Yeah, if your forehead fell off, you'd probably be the same way, Kyle.
I'd be pissed off all the time.
Well,
so that is why the Worf-like Klingons in Next Generation have the big foreheads. The one in the original series don't. I don't know what the deal with is on the ones on Discovery. Why they look like orcs.
Yeah, I remember reading something. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah,
there was a lot of discourse.
I don't remember what it was, but like they had an explanation for making them like these creatures. I don't know what the fuck they are, but the new Klingons on the newest shows too look vastly different than Worf and everything else. They completely redesigned them, and apparently fans like threw a fit as they do, and they didn't look very good. I do have to say.
Because I want to say they started using the Worf-like look in the original series movies.
Yeah, by the time they did like Search for Spock and everything, they
were doing the big forehead because they're what Undiscovered Country, is that the one where Kirk is like in the Klingon prison?
Absolutely.
Maybe I dreamed that, but anyway,
it was the one where they shot at God.
I think that happens a couple times.
Yeah. Well, just quit teaching us lessons with floods. There's a better way to do that.
Two of the bastards already.
Yeah.
So this is not the end of the Klingon adventure.
Good.
Obviously, we will be playing again at least one more session and maybe more.
But the point being, some Klingons from the original series have showed up in the Next Generation timeline.
They have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we definitely talked about that a bunch. We talked about foreheads mostly in the session 0
Yeah.
over at the Patreon, but
So give us money for that.
If you're into foreheads, it's going to be a winner for you.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
Hey, if you would like to roll dice against God for flooding and whatnot, go to NorseFoundry.com. They got all manner of dice made from all manner of material for all of your gaming needs. And when you make your purchase at the checkout, be sure to enter promo code CHAM. That's CHAM, CHAM, and you'll receive the 10% Bastard Quest discount at NorseFoundry.com. We'd also like to thank our sponsor, Barrel & Bond, 100 Broadway Street in beautiful downtown Paducah, right there on the banks of the Ohio River.
Watch for the barrels hanging from the ceiling.
They're all in the bathroom.
that's why I got that name.
But thank you, listener, for staying with us this long.
It's so singular.
We appreciate it, Craig.
Yeah. Hey, Craig, we love you.
Yeah. But we do appreciate it. Anybody that listens to our episodes or posts with talking to us on social media.
Yeah, we love hearing from you. We love talking to you. Hey, Craig, why don't you join our fucking Patreon?
He's going through a hard time, Austin.
I don't care.
Carol left him, Austin. Show some compassion.
His fucking great aunt just died.
Yeah. She got armadillo leprosy.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Horty.
I'm Austin.